Okay, no, nothing costed. Okay. Then live replay it is between 0 Day, BalanceSlave, Rally and anKcat. And we're gonna watch it on +1, so we can actually see it fast. And yeah, it seems like Team Knights is actually gonna go for double Cybran, which is not something I would actually endorse on this map, as we saw before, as it's gonna be a real T3 Greenfest, and Cybran is gonna kind of suffer here. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we have double UEF coming out from Greenplex and 0 Day. That is Azot, I think. Or maybe that is Eternal? I have no clue at this point. But yeah, double factory start for 0 Day. Meanwhile, Greenplex opting for the standard Hydro Rush. On the other hand, we can also see that both players on the bottom team are going for the standard Hydro Rush. So nothing really amazing happening so far, as everyone is playing exactly the same build orders as we saw in the previous games. Also, let me change to that. Yeah, so far slow expansions, going for double factory here. Greenplex not planning anything in the future. We can see second land factory. It seems like here we might actually see air factory being plopped down by Raelia, yep. So we might see some early bombers. No, it seems like it's gonna be nothing more but an interceptor and a scout. As Raelia is gonna instead try to go and catch the enemy transports or the early bombers. Third air factory gonna be placed by Greenplex. Then we're gonna go and see 0 Day is also planning a third air factory. And anKcat is going all in on the land spam, so it seems. As we can see, one factory after another being plopped down, all ready to go and build more and more mantis. So yeah, it's gonna be the T1 spam carnage coming out from anKcat, going all in on the monkey tactics. Yeah, I slow it, Donny. That's why I'm interested in what's actually gonna happen in this game. Okay, it seems like 0 Day is gonna go and opt for some raiding opportunities with his little mech marines, and I have the bug again with the UI. Let's see, whose UI did I get? Okay, it's fixed, good. Managed to fix it. It's annoying, but thankfully... Oh, that's Azot, okay, good. But yeah, it seems like this little mech marine push is gonna get scouted, but the question is he gonna actually intercept it or not? Yes, there is one mantis actually, no, it's going there. And it doesn't see the mech marines, as they're gonna basically just go and pass unscouted. There was no scout. No scout here. Nothing to go and catch off the mech marines on the left side. Although this big incursion here is gonna actually hard. There is 3 mantis already here, which are gonna go and kill off the T1 mech extractor, kill the striker, and then maybe hopefully deal some damage to the reclaiming engineers belonging to Azot. And we will see how will it work out. No, he's just gonna run behind here and lose the mantises. So yeah, not really that great of a run by. Especially when you compare it to these 2 mech marines here, which managed to go and kill 2 enemy engineers. Now they will also go and kill off the enemy T1 mechs. Which is kind of a nice trade, considering those are very cheap. And they're also gonna mean that anKcat will have to go and waste his APM on killing these mech marines. What the hell is this happening? This is just some peak Cybran gameplay. Like, look at it. Mantises all around in bases belonging to Greenplex. Killing his reclaiming engineers, killing his pigeons. It's just mayhem in here. Like, what is this? That was very interesting place happening. Just look at this pale blue. I mean, what was this color? I forgot. But the anKcat is just being the little annoying prick here. Pushing everywhere with his mantises, making sure that no one can stay safe. And he also already have the T2 HQ available, so he can switch to Rhino production or even get some T2 how is it called, the T2 engineers out to go and grab some early power. Though it seems like there is no air no, the air response is coming from the other player, as Riley is gonna go and intercept this. No, it's not. It seems like this rep is gonna go and try to make a T1 PD, but there is a single Mantis already on the field. Meaning that if Azot is actually... No, he's not stalling, so he's gonna go and finish this T1 PD on time. But unfortunately, 3 of 4 engineers are gonna go and fall down. And with more Mantises and a single engineer coming from anKcat, it means that he should be actually capable of securing this position just fine. And once again, look at this. Mantises everywhere. It's just like, look at this. What a pain in the arse is this. Like, imagine Azot actually trying to go and deal with all of this that is happening in here. Mantis here, everyone gets a Mantis. Like, what is this? But yeah, T2 Pigeon being already built by him, by anKcat, so he's really ahead. Although when we look at the mass income, it seems like his mirror, BalanceSlave, also known as Grimplex, is actually ahead on the mass income. And he's also going for the mass pillar spam, as his HQ has been finished, and he's also upgrading the T1 factories, so it should be actually really nice push happening in a few minutes. But look at this. Look at this. It's just... what is this? It's just Mantises everywhere. How do you even deal with it? It's like roaches. Or bedbugs. This is just horrible to deal with. And the man is not stopping, he's building even more land factories. Though it seems like he actually made some switch to the T2 Rhinos for a while. And there is also happening a T3 switch, so in a 1 minute we will see loyalists on the field for anKcat. Meanwhile, his teammate Raelia is slowly going for the T2 upgrade, so yeah, he's very behind. But on the other hand, his mission is to make sure that Grimplex won't roll over him, because that would be quite bad. A nice drop from 0 Day to actually go and secure his expansion here, but the question is, can he actually do it on time, because there is a response happening from anKcat, as a few Mantises that were idling in the top corner are actually gonna go and kill them off. Yeah. Without the T1 PD in here, the engineers are gonna get shot down. And yes, anKcat is just a problem. The man is a beast. He's just like everywhere, like a small child. And right now, yeah, okay, never mind. It seems like the pillars for 0 Day are finally hitting the field. Gonna go and deal with this pesky raid here. But the problem remains. What do you deal with the loyalists right now? Because loyalists are actually amazing at killing the T2 units. So yes, the pillars are not gonna work for much longer. And as such, I would really like to see 0 Day go and switch. Yep. Here is the T3 switch, happening quite fast as a response to the loyalists being fielded by anKcat. Which is great. And yet again, just look at this man. There is no time to waste. He's just gonna keep on going all around. Thankfully, it seems like 0 Day is gonna respond with a few Januses on his own. As such, there is basically no MAA in the enemy unit mix, meaning that he can basically punish it quite easily. And this is not good. 0 Day actually being caught out versus this push by anKcat. So thankfully, the ACU with overcharge is gonna go and deal with the loyalist, dropping him very low. And with the no response against the enemy Januses, this army is gonna basically burn down to death in a matter of minutes. A push happening on two sides from Grimplex, although I don't like the position of his ACU being all alone. It seems like he's getting some kind of advantage here and there. As we can see, the pillars trading quite favorably versus the Mantis belonging to Raelia. So that is very nice to see. A big airfight happening on the other side, as we can see. Okay, it seems like 0 Day is actually gonna go and win it quite easily, as Raelia is gonna basically go and fall back with interceptors, leaving the units belonging to anKcat to basically die in the fiery flame of the Januses. But look at this man, he just knows no pace. This is just basically, what the hell, the loyalists are basically in the smack middle of the enemy bases. As Azot will have to somehow respond to it, he loses one max, he loses another T2 max. Was that T2 max? No, that was just a T1 max, but still, the point stands. Just look at this man just killing maxes everywhere. Before it was Mantises, but right now it is basically just all loyalists going deep inside the enemy base. There is a Percival as an answer, but it seems like a single T2 max is also already gonna get shot down. The other one, oh no, it seems like the loyalists got stuck on one of the other maxes. Meaning that this one here is gonna go and stay alive and producing mass. There is a small push happening from Mr. Azot, but unfortunately the bricks are gonna be here to go and respond. Now, oh, also, bouncers. I love to see them on the field because right now it means that the enemy air force can no longer harass your land forces. And yes, boom, you are exact. There is a Friday tournament happening. Which is also one of the reasons why Farms wasn't able to go and play on it, because he thought it was gonna be on Saturday, but well, it is Friday, and as such, he's not gonna be here. So I have to go and stream it alone, which is quite sad, but hey, hopefully you can deal with me. Let's look at the income. Okay, it seems like yet again the bottom team is ahead by 40 mass income at 260 versus 225 for the top team. But really, anKcat, how do you deal with this? It's just like you can never catch even a moment of a breather. Because anKcat is just being that little pesky guy who just keeps on hitting on you all the time. And he basically knows no. He doesn't understand what no means for an answer, so yeah. He's gonna kill the triads. As a little small firebase is gonna get it fall down. He's gonna also pick off a few units belonging to anKcat, and yeah, just being a pain in the arse. But now, on the other side, it seems like Greenplex is actually making quite a big progress. Grabbing more and more map control, even grabbing the reclaim here from the last fight. Actually, let's look at the reclaim. Okay, both teams are around 44,000 mass reclaim, so quite even. Okay, let's see if this push is actually okay. The brick have been killed by the Percivals, and as such Rally have to keep on running away, otherwise the Persians can just snap his ass, and that would be very bad. As that would leave the anKcat in a 1v2 position, which would be very, very bad. As such, it seems like Greenplex managed to go and clean up the whole right side of the map. Though exactly the same can be said about the left side, where anKcat is basically controlling everything down here in the top left corner. So yes, this is looking quite good for now. And these bricks are still getting quite decent trades, even versus Percivals, because there is just not enough Percies. They're gonna kill off a few pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here goes the 5th one. And then they're gonna go and run back. Let's see, any T3 air or not? T3 air, no. But we can see the T3 pigeons being produced by anKcat, and there is also T3 air switch happening for Raelia actually, so we will have our first T3 units. Air units see the field in a few minutes, but actually, BalanceSlave is actually quite ahead on the play. Yes, Ferrari, no way, it's a T3 land map again. Because streamer fucked up, and yeah. Unfortunately, you have to go and deal with this live replay. Once again, anKcat just being just himself, I guess. Playing it with the Cyber stealth of being annoying pieces of shit. Always popping God knows where with their stealth and everything. Although a few Percivals as a response should be just enough to go and make sure that these bricks can deal much more damage. And yeah, it's basically an even split between the teams. As the middle of map basically is a no man's zone. that no one can cross, because any units that cross to the other side of this line here are basically met with deadly force and killed on sight. Although, actually, wait, there is way more bricks than I thought. Also, a Loyalist and a Perseverance from Grimplex are gonna have a really hard time. Oh no, it seems like a T3 Pigeon is actually gonna get shot down by the bricks. Although, never mind, the T3 gunship, the broadswords are here to go and save the day. Oh no, the Pigeon would still die, and as such, the T1 engineers are gonna go and be claimed. The bricks are gonna be a muzzle nation. But the question is the damage to the power enough to actually be worth it? Yes, it seems like there's a small energy stall for Grimplex happening. But thankfully, Azot should be able to go and supply him with some of his own energy. Now that the broadswords are on the field, we will really need to see a more MAA coming out for anKcat. That is, if you can even feel them, because when we look at the mass income, actually no. anKcat is actually quite fine with his mass income. It's actually Azot who's very behind. But well, he's been having a really hard time the whole game, being raided basically everywhere. No matter where you looked, there was some kind of Mantis, some kind of Loyalist in his base killing his maxes, so yes. I can understand him being quite behind. Also here, a very nice drop happening on the right side. Raelia dropping a single brick, we just managed to go and kill 1, 2, 3, 4. 42 maxes, so a very good trade happening in here. A really nice drop. Another brick push happening. This time from Raelia, which is gonna get met with a few Percivals, which are gonna fall back. Yet again, we hit the stalemate on this map where one side gets the right flank and the other team gets the left flank. Also, that's a lot of interceptors, my man. 100 interceptors and what? 8 ASF for Raelia, meanwhile Azot coming out with 5 ASF, 2 broadswords, some stingers, and on the other hand, the Air Force of Grimplex is basically 20 interceptors and 5 ASF, which is still... oh no, don't go for them. Okay, for a moment I was scared this was actually gonna be an airfight, but with this much interceptors belonging to Raelia, there is no way they can win, especially as now the Air Force belonging to Zero Day have been just decimated by a nice airstrike happening from the side of Raelia. The Cybron ASF really proving quite great at maneuvering behind the enemy Air Force. So a really great play. Come on, what is wrong with this map here? Like, for some reason anKcat just keeps on pushing in here. Also, where is your MAA? Because you're losing your bricks to some stingers, which is very sad to see. Okay, it seems like the big brick army from Raelia is actually gonna get shot down by the Percivals. Oh god, that was sort of overkill. But yeah, Percivals once again proving why they are better than bricks at trading quite evenly in short trades, as the high alpha proving to be quite favorable for the matchup. So what I hate is the lack of parachutes. There should be parachutes in the mix to make sure that the Percivals can actually stay alive for much longer. But yeah, it seems like the brick army is just melting before our very own eyes. Oh, never mind, it seems like some mismaker is happening, and as such, Grimplex is gonna go and lose a few Percivals to the bricks. And also, the other side is being pushed, and with the lack of Percivals on the front line, the pillars are gonna get shot down one after another. Oh, good to see. Some parachutes finally hitting the field to go and make sure that the Percivals can get in range. As we can see, just both players trying to probe each other, but man, Raelia really making good use of that range advantage and speed on the bricks. They'll basically go and kite down the Percivals at this moment. Oh boy. It's like a clock. every time we hit the 1 AM, there is an incursion happening from the anKcat. It's just like, my man, what is your problem? It's like you're just playing with your foot here. Just being as annoying as you can. Like, kill something here, then kill something here, make a push maybe here, no, go back, make a push on the top side again, no, maybe no, let's go and push now toward this bottom part here. What the heck, man? But oh my god, it seems like Raelia is really grinding down the Percivals, one after another. Not to mention, there is a lot of reclaim here. And it seems like most of it is actually gonna go to the bottom team. As you can see, a lot of engineers from Raelia and anKcat actually reclaiming, compared to only 2 engineers for Mr. Greenplex. And as such, all of this... Oh wait, where is it? There is 50k mass reclaim here. 50k, and it seems like all of it is actually gonna go to the bottom team. So yeah, that is actually quite a big thing happening. And when we look at the mass income, it seems like what? Bottom team 660 mass, top team 440. That is actually a horrible difference. That is over 200 mass per second difference between the 2 teams, which is absolutely horrible and not something I would like to see, to be honest. Because with such a mass disadvantage, the bottom team can just outproduce anything that the top team can do. Also, I really like the SAMs here to go and protect this little plateau from the T3 drops happening. With a single T3 engineer producing the SAMs, this means that these plateaus are no longer vulnerable to the T2 transport drops, unlike the ones on top, which have basically no cover at all. And once again, anKcat trying to go and gouge if he can actually go and push in or not, but this time there is a bunch of triads waiting for him, which are dealing quite decent damage, as the Percivals are gonna go and join the fray. And it seems like the bottom team is actually making great progress right now. Also trading favorably once again versus the Percivals in here. Oh, slight butt mismicro here happening, as it seems like we will see few bricks die to the Percies. Yeah, this is a bad formation. This is not how we wanna do. You can see a really good tight formation happening from the Percivals of Greenplex boy, who is just massacring the bricks belonging to Raelia one after another, as the formation was basically trash, utter trash for Raelia. So thankfully the amount of units on the radar, okay, never mind. He actually scouted what the units are and is actually gonna go in once again with the Percivals, raiding quite nicely with the T3 priority target on the Percivals. So yeah, basically if whoever controls this mass fields is gonna win the game, because how much is that? Still 40,000 declaim left here. So yeah, basically win the field, win the game. So what I would love to see is basically a Fatboy happening. A Fatboy or maybe a Megalith from Raelia. Because this would actually mean having a quite big edge over these Percivals, because it would mean that you can finally outrange them. Which is not something that's gonna happen, because UEF and Cybran have no sniper bots, so yeah. We can see that the ASF force is actually growing quite considerably for Raelia. 50 ASF and 100 interceptors compared to what? 7 ASF for Azot and BalanceSlave noob with 40 interceptors and 7 ASF, so the air control is firmly in the hands of the bottom team. So okay, hear me out. I know this might sound quite strange. I might sound insane on even the range. But boog, make the bug. Make the bug, just go and click your ACU, or should I say your T3 engineer, if I can find one, and make the Soul Reaper. Yes, click this boy. Click Experimental Tech. and build this bad boy, because this will be actually amazing. There is no MAA in the mix for the top team. If you look at the units, Cougar, not a single one. MAA, not inside, it's just Percivals and shields. So, oh boy, seeing a Soul Reaper here in this game would be just... it would be a chef's kiss. But it seems like for some reason everyone is just hellbent on making as many T3 land bots as possible, and as such, we're gonna see the grind happening. As the little bricks are trying to go up 2 to 2 with the enemy Percivals. As they're just exchanging fire one after... Oh my goodness, I was speaking about Megalith, and look what is in the background. What is coming? What is coming? It's the puppy Megalith. Although he will have a really hard time dealing with this many Percivals, considering that the amount of bricks is dwindling with every passing second. As the bricks belonging to the anKcat are actually also dying one after another. Because we can see a very interesting tactic being employed by Azot. Keep on pushing with Percivals and support them with the T2 engineers to keep on building static shields for them. And it seems to be paying off, as we can see that the number of bricks is dropping down considerably one after another. So yes, not the most popular tactic, but it seems to be working out just fine for Azot, as we can see him crushing the forces belonging to anKcat. But on the other hand, or should I say other side, the Megalith finally hit the field, and it seems like he's on the tools of the enemy Percivals. Just moving forward, shooting them one after another, and making the push happen. Oh god, the bug is still in the game. It's still in the game. Megalith is still bugged. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, it seems there is nothing to go and stop the Megalith. There is no T2 actually being built, no Fatboy to be... Okay, there is the Fatboy production starting up for Azot. Meaning that there is gonna be an answer in a few seconds, but... Holy fucking hell. Bottom team income, 1200 per second. Top team, 560. That's double the income for the bottom team. Oh my goodness. They can just keep on spamming the land units one after another. No need to watch out, just keep on spamming the land experimentals one after another. And for a second I thought this was gonna be a nuke, but this is actually SMD, so okay. You are excused, anKcat, for making SMD, but nuke? I wouldn't like to see that. But still, this might actually become quite a hard position for the top team, with Megaliths actually pushing them on two sides and taking quite heavy damage with the Percivals on the side of Greenplex. As you can see, the Megalith nicely being microed, shooting one after another, and here comes the bug. And good thing that he's actually supported by a bunch of bricks, otherwise it's... Oh no, 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 no! The micro was wrong. We can see him trying to correct the angle of the Megalith, and yeah, okay, he managed to go and do it, so he can actually still fire the guns. But yeah, there is also Mega coming on the other side, so this is very, very bad. Because the Percivals just have to keep on running away. Like, yes, that is a lot of Percivals, but yeah. What can they do when they cannot even get in range? And even if they get in range, there is not enough of them to actually go and kill these big boys here. There is also an airfight happening, and it seems like it's gonna be won by the bottom team again. I have no clue what is this. But Rally alone is just keeping every air player in check on the other side. So yeah, this is looking quite bad. And while the shield spam tactic with Persis was working before, it's not working so well again, but thankfully the Fatboy finally hit the field, and as such, the bricks are gonna have a really hard time to go and deal with it unless the Megalith comes in to support them. Yep, we can see the Megalith in the background, turning around. Or maybe not. The megalith is just going forward for some reason. Instead of going to kill the fat boy, it's going for the base. Also, Stinger's coming in to go and deal some damage to the megalith, which is gonna be met with a swift response from the enemy ASF, or maybe not, he's just gonna go in full back. Now, let's look at the bottom part. The megalith is still trying to go and push in, getting massive damage, 35,000 mass killed by it already. So it already paid off in its mass, and now what I wanna see is this push go in here, together with this guy push here. Because this will mean that this fat boy is gonna die one way or another. That while also making sure that you can actually gain access to the enemy base here. Kill the power and everything, and it should be actually quite nice, but it seems like the megalith from anKcat have been caught in a crossfire from two fat boys. And as such, he's gonna get grinded down shell after shell from this barrage of onslaught coming from the enemy team, and as such, he's gonna go and fall down. Steel managed to actually go and kill some of the enemy units, but unfortunately 20k is not enough to make it pay off. And team... what? Wow, they actually conceded the game. It seems like Team Griplex actually considered the game, seeing this big push happening in here, just... no explosions, no nothing. They just said FF at 13 and just went away. I mean... I'm quite surprised at this result, because I wasn't expecting anKcat and Endranii to actually win this, because Griplex can really crash hard, but it seems like it is them who had crashed. But with the mass income of 1300 versus 600, yeah. No way they were winning this unless the bottom team made some really big mistakes, so yeah. GG, well played, and let's see what games can we actually watch now.